Oh, whatever. I'm getting ready to go live, so leave me alone. Well, I was just being honest. Mm-mm-mm. Good morning. Good morning. Oh no, it's fine. Hey, okay, so everybody is on here. Good morning, good morning. I was trying to gauge to see if there will be a difference in the amount of viewers that were present in the daytime versus later at night. So far, I see a few of you are on. Good morning, June, Rena, Trisha. Hey, Trisha. Trisha said, "What's going on?" I wanted to just do a couple of quick, talk about a couple of quick things going forward on the channel. So you guys are hearing that's perfect. And several of you have responded to me when I, do the community post. So I wanted to talk about that. The next live. So the next live is going to be later tonight before we take a vacation. I want to make sure I go live for you guys. Okay. And just a couple of quick things that I wanted to talk about on the channel, because I know a lot of you get readings from me, get energy work and different things like that. So I wanted to talk about it because I did have a situation with a client this morning. So I wanted to make sure that everybody is aware of how I work. So first and foremost, if I do spiritual work for you, just know that you are getting what my spirit guides are telling me that I need to do for you. And if you have, if there are taboos, okay, so let's talk about that. Taboos, as an Ifa priestess, would mean that there are things that I cannot do, or there are things that cannot be done on a spiritual level, okay, for whatever reason. So I may have to go around behind the scenes and try to do a specific petition for work for you. All right. And I write down everything that comes up when I do readings with my ancestors, not with you guys, because I ask you guys to record it so you all can have your reading. So what came up for me this morning after I had the conversation with the client that I was doing a reading for was I needed to talk about taboos. And when I'm doing spiritual work, especially when I'm contacting the dead, and some of you have ancestors that come up in your readings, and some of you have ancestors that have very dark energy, very heavy energy, and different attachments and things. So when I try to work through that, especially if there are deals, contracts, soul contracts that your ancestors have made. I'm kind of sort of, my daughter likes to call me a spiritual attorney, because what I do is I'm not a judge on the spirit realm. I am a person who petitions a specific galactic council of individuals to then that this has to be done safely, because I have to protect my energy as well. Okay. So there are rituals and different things that I have to do, different steps that I have to take to ensure that I'm not conjuring up something and it gets out of hand. So I have to know specifically how to deal with things. Okay. And so when I'm doing this work, sometimes it does take a little time, and sometimes it gets very intense. For those of you who have had work from me, you guys know that you guys have had healing, you guys have had activations, and you guys have received services. Is it buffering? Is it buffering? Are you watching? Okay. You guys have received services, and you guys get sometimes more. I like to tell you guys I'm going to do this and I like to do this. That way you're not expecting more than what I'm delivering, but you are receiving more than what I'm delivering, if that makes sense. But what I'm looking at here from the notes that I took this morning, especially when I'm dealing with illnesses and people that have mental health issues, which the client that I was working with did have. You're welcome, Trisha. The client that I was working, some mental things that I was tapping into. Okay. So that takes more than just me doing an energy healing session on you and just sending you something and just boom, that's it. The way that I work is very in depth. Just like when I do my free live readings for you guys, I will go all in. And I've had a couple of people to say, hey, could you kind of scale back on the talking when you're doing the reading so that everybody gets a chance to get a reading? For those of you who feel like that, just please delete yourself from my channel, because that is not how I work. That is not how spirits that I work with work. I'm a very compassionate, in-depth, detailed person, and I like to make sure that I provide people with top-notch, high-level service. And if that's something that people can't respect, and if it's not, in alignment with you, then this is my channel. So peace, okay? All right, so let me say that, because I think that that is just very what's the word I'm trying to say? It's a sense of entitlement that some people have that is beneath my level of understanding. If you're getting a free service, a free reading, and you're rushing me to get to you, then honestly, I don't even want to read for you. And there are some people that I don't even want to do spiritual work for, because your energy is not in alignment with mine. Your principles are not in alignment with mine. My ideal client would be someone who is trying to elevate themselves, who's trying to heal, who's trying to, bring lights into the world, who is trying to, find their connection with spirit and to, begin their spiritual journey or to enhance their spiritual journey. And, I take the time out of my schedule to do, this particular channel, to do energy work. And yeah, it's very disrespectful, because especially if you set up a service with me and we do a reading and the reading is on point. I'm going back to your childhood. I'm talking about ancestors. For those of you who've gotten readings from me on even just on this channel, you know how my readings are. But when I do a personal reading, I'm going to go in depth. I can give names, I can give you energies, and we're rolling and everything is good. And throughout the whole reading, you're telling me, oh, well, I already know that. I do that. I'm a spiritualist myself. Okay, I get that. But if you come to me, like I said in my reading, if you're a brain surgeon, you're a good brain surgeon, you're going to be great at doing brain surgery for someone else. But when it's time for you to get brain surgery, you just can't do it yourself. And spirit and the angels will tell you sometimes that you have to practice humility and you have to be humble. And if you come to me as a healer and I tell you what I see, and you don't take what I say because your cup is so full and you know it, you already got it, you're wasting my time, you're wasting your money, and I will refund you. I have no problem doing it. Okay. Yes, it does take a lot out of me. And so then when we start doing energy work, before I even get started, if you tell me, oh, well, that's not what I was expecting something different, then okay, go to someone different, because the way that I do my work is the way that I do my work. And I have at this point not had anybody to have any negative feedback. But if we're not good for one another, and again, this is for anybody who sees this video later on, if you're not watching live right now, if I am not your cup of tea, then delete me. I'm not everybody's, and everybody is not mine either. So I just wanted to say that. So another thing that came up in my reading was spirit was talking about the taboos when you're interacting with different energies and how they get stuck on the physical plane. And one of my jobs as a priestess of Oya, which is the Orisha that I follow, One of the jobs of Oya is working with spirits of the dead in the afterlife, and that's something that I do every single day, every single night, ever since I was a little bitty girl. This has been something that I've done, and I was incarnated to do that. So when it comes to that, I know my way around this particular dimension that I have done a lot of work in, and I know the rules because I've tried to buck the system as well. When I first started going there, I tried to go into places that I wasn't supposed to go into, and I've had energies in the spirit world to stop me. I've gotten into some fights and everything, trying to go behind the scenes, and they let me know that I couldn't. And then I would go to these different classes, and then after I got to a certain level, they let me go. And so when I'm talking to people and dealing with people, it's kind of disheartening that I'm trying to help you, but you're not helping me help you. And so I just simply go to PayPal, go to Cash App, and I give you back your money. And then people are, probably a little flustered or frustrated, and they're like, well, I still need this spiritual work done. I still need healing done. And I get that. And I do get attached to you guys as clients. And I'm like, okay, well, I feel bad because I know this person needs this. But that is just the way that I wanted to roll today, to set up that expectation for you guys, that if you feel like you don't like the fact that I take a long time and go in depth when I'm doing readings for someone live, then you need to find someone else who's giving you this information. It's not for you to decide. I have a very strong relationship with my spirit guides, and when they connect with your spirit guides in a specific way, then it's going to be how I present the information. And if I'm doing work for you and you're not allowing me to do what I need to do, then you need to get your money back. Okay. So that's where I'm at. So I sent the refund back this morning. That was my first time doing one, but it felt really good to know that I disconnected from that person's energy. And then too, if you are a spiritual worker, and you know it all, then heal yourself and keep it moving. Don't come over to what I'm doing and tell me you already know this is how you do things. But you're paying me to do something, and then when I'm giving you information, then you're taking that and you're not allowing me to heal you. It's a waste of time, and it's an energy drain. And that's just how I wanted to keep that. So for those of you who are spiritual healers, that are close to another healer helping them, then why waste your money? Why waste your time? Why waste your energy? Why waste mine? There are people out there that I'm constantly, getting requests from for healing. And when I do readings, for those of you who've gotten readings, you can attest, it is not just, about love and money and careers. It is about health. It is about balancing your emotions. It is about getting things going to the next level spiritually. So that's what I'm here for. Anything else, miss me with that. I don't have time for it. Period. That's who I am um in my human element. Spiritually, I'm very patient and I'm very, caring. In my human from a human perspective, my personality as a human, I'm very cut and I'm very dry and I'm very yeah. Like I don't hold on to situations and people that don't serve me, that I don't have a level of a connection with. Period. Okay. So I didn't want to take up too much time with that because I usually don't go live in the morning, but I didn't know if that was conducive to people's schedules. So I have a reading, well, 2 readings that I need to do shortly. But before that, I didn't want to, of course, just come on here and rant and rave. So I wanted to see if you guys had any specific questions really quickly. Yes, Trisha, I did cut them off. And it's sad because I felt like, they had really good people that they referred to me. And so I thought that was, that was awesome. But I just can't. I just can't. And that's it. But if anybody has a quick question, the next live will be regarding someone asked me about galactic beings. So I'm not going to get into any personal readings, but I do want to, and I think from now on, when it comes to the personal readings going live, I will set it up where I do that a little bit differently. But I do want to know if anybody has any questions regarding spirituality that they would like for me to answer for them while we are here. And the next live is going to be about spiritual beings, and I'm going to talk a little bit about spiritual soul contracts. I did a video about 3 months ago on soul contracts that is it's a pick-a-pal, and I got some recent feedback that it still has energy that's connecting. To get a reading, Kiss JG, is my mom still around me? She passed away last September. Honestly, she is right within. She is right within the time frame. There are different levels in the afterworld, and I feel like she's right within a specific time frame where she I'm hearing the word evolving, and I'm also seeing her pass through a different portal. On the spirit side, there are different levels, and specifically when it comes to it's kind of like how the third dimension world works, as far as, you go to kindergarten, you go to middle school, high school, college. Some people advance a little faster and they receive, PhDs or certificates or whatever. But most people that transition on a schedule. And I do feel like your mother specifically has evolved to a certain level. And I feel like there's a younger male that may be with her. I don't know if you know who that is. Sometimes there are different energies that that people pick up on the other side, or different ancestors that meet them when they transition. But I'm definitely picking up a young male around her as well. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I pick up a young male around her, and I pick up her again going through a portal. Yeah, and she's connecting with Earth too. She should be contacting you. I had a miscarriage. I don't know. I lost 2 babies. Yeah, I see a little boy around her. And I definitely feel like she's going to try to connect with you soon. Something you can do before you go to sleep is just simply ask her to come to you and to show you how she's doing right now, and just let her know. You have to give spirit permission, because again, there are rules in the spirit world that you have to follow. And sometimes they don't intervene without being summoned. Okay. And you have to give them the green light. And especially depends on how they pass away too, as well. But I do see that she's getting some healing on the other side. You need to send her healing energy on the other side as well. I keep hearing the word luxury. I feel like she really liked nice things. So if there's something really pretty you can put on like an altar for her, I feel like that would summons her. Oh shoot. And I keep seeing a mirror too. Um, maybe maybe she's drawing on some Oshun energy for you. And I've had several clients lately that I've done readings for, and Oshun is not their head Orisha, but Oshun does have Oshun doesn't really show up for most people like they think. A lot of people say, "Oh, I know I'm a child of Oshun." That's not true. But for your mother, I do get a very Oshun-esque energy. Um, and that's what I would say if you're trying to invoke her a lot more and solicit her energy, to just go ahead and put that kind of Oshun trinkets, brasses, golds, coppers together for her. Um, Oshun is the Orisha that I'm working with now, because I'm on the path to being an Ianifa, which is the mother of secrets in the Ifa tradition. It's the highest level that you can go. So I am on that journey right now. And as a part of the path, you do get familiar with each Orisha. While Oya is my crown mother, or Oshun is who I'm working with right now. Okay. And, and so she's really cut and dry to me, like who she works with whenever I deal with her. And she's telling me that she would love for you to add some things for her in regards to your mother. Okay, Trisha, let's see. The yellow bird. I definitely feel that this was your brother. Look at that. That's a boy and that's a girl. It's a male and a female, or however you want to look at it. And I know that when I did the reading for your son, he was very close to your brother, and I did see that your brother wanted to leave something for him. And that's coming through in the reunion card and this card here. This is the Six of Cups card. This is reunion, and this is the Three of Vessels, which is joy. So I definitely feel like your brother came through for him, and he came through in the reading very strongly. I didn't even know who he was at first, and then I was like, this is, this man here that wants to leave you something very close to you, like an uncle figure. And he was like, yeah, that's my mom's brother. So I do feel like he's definitely, because that door was open when we did the reading. Again, it's a green light that you have to give spirit. It's almost like passing a baton and saying, hey, this is what I want. This is what I need. This is what I'm open to. Because a lot of our family members, believe it or not, they don't want to frighten us. Okay. They still have a regard for us. And a lot of them, if they're not advanced a certain level, if they didn't practice esoteric knowledge a certain way, different things, then you definitely don't want to invoke them from a certain perspective too early on. You want to give them a little bit of time, because they don't know how to present themselves. Sometimes they present themselves in a scary manner, and it's not even how they look, but it's just just how the energy can present itself. So I do feel like he chose that bird because he knew that was something that your son would be open to. Okay. I was going to ask you about cremations, because those little vessels were standing out to me right there. Right then. So he was cremated. Whose home is he living in as a cremated body? What home? Because home is coming up. What home is he in, Trisha? Because there's something about the home that he's in. And then your nephew's home. Mm-mm. It may be it may be something dealing with the home that he's in because look, I got the four of wands. That's regarding a celebration in this deck, but that's typically my card for a home. So I feel like it's something about him where he is at. So I don't know, because that's like this eel is trying to, float away, leave. Yeah, he don't want to be there. My nephew stole. Oh God. Yeah, he definitely doesn't want to be there. And honestly, I don't feel like it's going to be good luck there for your nephew with him being right there. hmm Yeah, I feel like it's he's supposed to be somewhere else. He's meant to be somewhere else. King of Cups. This is the vessel that he's in. This is someone else being where he's supposed to be. The lovers is a true love, twin, flame, soulmate. See how this person is tying himself to someone else? Like he wants to leave where he is and go somewhere else, where he's meant to be. Yeah. This is a house as well. Yeah, this is somebody leaving again. I really don't feel like he's where he's supposed to be. And definitely if it was stolen, it's not right. Yeah, I could see that being you because that's the same thing that came up in the beginning. Yeah. So I definitely hate that your family is going through that. It's very, intense, you know, when you're dealing with those kind of issues, you know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he's feeling a sense of imprisonment and he needs a change. Yeah, I don't like that energy, but I tell you what, this is what's also on the bottom of the deck, bad health. It's gonna cause some negative karma, you know, for who he's with. Okay. Okay, yes, Cheryl. What is your question? Most definitely. What is your question, Cheryl? Yep. Family room. Whatever area he's in right now, he is not happy. Okay. We got some despair coming. Like it's just not, I mean, people don't understand those kind of things from a spiritual level. But yeah, that's to answer your question. You're welcome. You are definitely welcome, Trisha. Um, yeah, it's not good. Um, energetically. Okay. Cheryl, I don't know if you had a question because I didn't see one. All right. Okay, Lily, when we meet someone with a lot of synchronicity, 1111, what does it mean? Okay. When you meet someone with a lot of synchronicity, typically you guys are from the same spirit group or from the same soul family or tribe on the other side, as I like to call it. Um, what that means is that you guys together before on a soul level, you're remembering that and you are trying to connect with that part of yourself. Okay. For the most part, people with the same DNA. Thank you, Esmeralda and Trisha and Pinky Lee. For the most part, people with the same DNA are from the same lineage. And that means that you guys share memories, you guys share experiences on the physical plane. Okay. Now, when it comes to the spirit realm, that is totally different because I have ancestors in the spirit world that are not of African descent. And for those of you who don't know, I am pretty much 80-ish percent um, African, let's see, 50% Nigerian, and then the rest is in West Africa. Um, I had a visitation from a member of the Fulani tribe and the Zulu tribe, and those were the ancestors that I connected with. So when I got my DNA test, those were my heritage points as well. And then I had, so the rest of my DNA and all of that, it made sense that I came from West Africa. I'm an Ifa priestess. It made sense that I had a connection to Yoruba because I've lived those places before as a human. Now, when it comes to spirit, you can be totally on a whole nother planet, basically, or in another star system or galaxies, as people say. But what that means when you meet someone and you have that familiar air with them is you could be someone that was in a past life with them. Like, for example, me, when my physical body lived in Africa before, because in this life, I've never lived there. I could have met someone, some of you, for example, when we lived together in Africa. I could have met someone when we lived together. Well, that's pretty much where I lived, according to my DNA. Well, Italy, I had like maybe 2% Italian. And then the rest was Africa. So I could have met someone from a past life, and then 1111 is like spirit's way of showing me, hey, remember this? It's kind of like a little reminder, like how you set an alarm on your cell phone, and that alarm reminds you of whatever it is that you set it for. And the alarm goes off and it says, hey, remember this, remember this, remember this, remember you have an appointment, remember you have a class, remember you have, for me, a client to do a reading for. When I worked a corporate company, which I just quit my corporate job a few months ago, like right when the pandemic started. Remember that you have to sign on your computer for work. Remember you need to look at this, look at that, blah, blah, blah. That's what that 1111 is. It's like an alarm. Okay. So that's pretty much how I can explain it without any other specific information. But pay attention to what's going on when it happens. Pay attention to what time of the day it is, where you are. Are you in your car? Are you in your home? Because those could also be warnings. And just ask spirit for a sign. What is it that this message means? Okay. Because I don't feel like it's showing me that it's anything negative or red flag. But you do want to pay attention and take your own notes. Write down what it is that you message it is that you need. Okay. And then Pinky Lee, I'm going to check and see for you from spirit any messages. Okay. Let's see. Is this the deck that I wanted to use? Yeah, I'm going to use this one. So sometimes, you guys, I do also feel like I need to tell you all certain things. And so one thing I want to talk about too is colloidal silver. And then I'll answer Pinky Lee's question and talk more about it afterwards. So I'm going to say colloidal silver, then after I do Pinky Lee's reading, I'm going to talk more about it. So you have a lot to, your ancestors have a lot to say. When it comes to moving, it is a wise decision. So I know when I did speak with you about moving, you were moving in that at that time. So that's very interesting that this comes up. And energetically, I feel like to get out of a stagnant space, Spirit is saying don't compromise. It's so interesting because I was going to talk about that message, but I was like, let me see what the cards say. Oh, okay, yes, Cash App name. Because I still haven't figured out the I still haven't figured out the super chat. So I'm gonna actually do a sample, a test run on that today because I don't want to mess up the whole thing like I did last time, but I do want to set up the super chat to give you guys the opportunity to invest in the channel. Pretty much I'll be able to get new cards and things like that because I definitely spend a lot of money on tarot cards for the channel because I like for the energy to be fresh and new. And I try to separate these cards from the ones I use when I do personal readings. And then I have a totally different thing going on. So that way that, the energy is very light. And certain cards just connect to me for certain people for whatever reason. But again, Pinky Lee, you're going through a lot of downloads right now. It says learning experience. You have a very, you have an activation coming too. That was the first thing I saw when I saw this card here, that transformation on a soul level. So yes, a lot. I can see. I can feel it. It's like the as a medium, and as an E5 priestess that works with Oya, I get images a certain way. Sometimes she'll tell me exactly, and sometimes she'll show me a symbol. So I'm getting a symbol of somebody that is very young, sitting at a piano, learning how to play it. And then I'm getting a picture of someone very old, that same person, sitting at the same piano, and they've learned how to play it. And I think when I did your personal reading, I mentioned I saw a piano. Other things that they're talking about too, vision. So you're going to start getting some visions, and I told you about that before. And somebody just asked for PayPal, so I'm going to put that in there as well. Okay. Now this card, I saved the best for last, is the marriage card. So that's what they're also talking about too. So that is a very, very nice surprise, I would say. It's like a TV screen in your mind. That's awesome. Yeah, when I received my E5 priestess initiation, I closed my eyes and I saw a black snake. I closed my eyes and I saw Oya. She was very, very, very tall. The Orishas have been presenting themselves to me for years as very, very tall. Since I was in my 20s, whenever I would connect with them. So she was very, very tall. We were outside and I got my initiation near a lake. And she was outside and I closed my eyes and I saw a black snake with white spots on the back. And when we first got to the retreat, they told us to be aware of snakes and, different things like that. And when I opened my eyes, I saw a black snake with white spots on the back. So I was like, okay. Yeah. So it's pretty much like I will get an exact image of exactly what's going on. And that is what they're showing me for you. I see hardwood floors too, and I don't know what the significance of that is. Because I see your feet being planted on hardwood floors. And I also, when I asked, thank you, Spirit. When I said I don't know what the significance of it is, they showed me a mop. Like instantly, you grabbed a mop and you started cleaning. So maybe a spiritual cleaning in the home needing to be done. I have wood floors where I am now. Yeah, I see a room with wood floors. And when I try to look at the walls, I'm seeing like an uneven texture paint. Like I can almost touch it. It's not smooth though. It's like kind of textured. And I feel like the floors, the walls, I'm scared to move in the house. I don't know why. Yeah, I wish I was local. I would definitely do a house cleaning for you because I feel that there needs to be an aha moment. Because houses are physical, they're like humans, they're like our bodies. How we do a bath and it cleans our physical body, and then we do a spiritual bath and it cleans our spiritual body. Your house is broken and it has seen some devastation. And I think I can't remember back to our reading specifically, but it may be something about the area that your house is in. I think I said that. But you just need to do some things to give it some to lift its spirits. And then I feel like you wouldn't be afraid to move in. Because the fear factor is coming from something that you've compromised. Don't compromise. What do I do? What to do? Well, it's saying here faith. Step out on faith. I mean, that's all you can do. Elista says, I'm in a similar situation. Yeah, step out on faith. This was the card on the bottom of the deck. Step out on faith and believe. And again, it's going to be key here. It's going to be balancing your emotions and balancing the emotions of your home. I just feel like it needs to, this is it. And your home needs a lot of love and light. Yep, step out, just do it. There's nothing, I mean, you guys, I speak from spirit and from experience. I bought a house and I was scared to move in my own house because I was renting and I was a tenant, and I felt bad leaving, breaking my lease. And I had a conversation with a friend and she was like, because I would go to my house every day after I got off work, my new house that I closed on. And I would just, decorate and do little things and stuff like that. And my friend was like, girl, if you don't take your butt to that house. And I was like, okay. I called 2 men in a truck, got my things. and went over there and moved into my house. Like I was taking my kids every day when I would get off work, I would pick them up from school. We would go to the new house and just chill, hang out there for 2 or 3 hours and then leave and go back to the townhouse I was renting. And my friend was like, "What in the world are you doing? If you don't take your butt over there." So I know the struggle is real. I can definitely attest. But even if you just go little by little and take, the time to go over there to do some cleanings. I do have some spiritual baths that I put together for you guys if you guys are interested. Trisha, yours is going to ship out tomorrow. It's everything is on my Orisha altar downstairs in the basement with all 7 African powers. And they they get to work. They don't play. So that's what you have coming, Trisha. And anybody else, I have not put them on my website. Nope, June. I don't have it on there. Okay. So I'm going to put that on there when I finish this live because most people have just been messaging me to get them. And that's how I've been sending them out. But I'm going to put them on the website as soon as I finish the live. Okay. And I do specific house cleanings for local people. So, okay, June, that's fine. And the website is conjurepriestess.com. But yes, I would just say, just do that, Somebody's working against you. I don't know if we saw that. Okay, so I need to look a little deeper into your situation, Pinky Lee, because I don't know if we saw that or did we? You guys, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. When I do reading, sometimes I zone out because, of course, spirit comes in. But if that is what we saw, we definitely have to work on that, and I will send you a bath for that. Okay. Mhm. Yeah, and Pinky Lee, we're gonna work on that, getting you past that point of being stuck. Okay. Yeah, the move card came right out. Okay, let's see. Elisa, I would also like a message from my passed on sister Enrico. She died before I felt that. Other baby sibling. Sorry, you guys. Possibly a brother. I feel tomorrow is my B day. Well, happy early birthday. Yeah, I'm seeing, yeah, because they're babies. I'm seeing them as the little baby angels, actually. Look at this little child angel. Let go. So something you could be holding on to, you definitely want to let go of. And then I also got choose a new direction here. So they want you to do something different and something that you've been working on manifesting. We got perfect timing here. And then look at the DNA spiral right there. So these are definitely your answers to speaking. And they're telling you that it is time. Okay. Time to receive some healing, I feel. Okay. And I feel like it's going to manifest soon. It says here within the next few months. And trust. Look at that. This is definitely high vibrational. This is definitely DNA, ancestors, God and protecting. They got your back and they're just standing behind you. It's a very nice, beautiful message. And whatever you plan on working on, you will have success regarding it. Yep. And they're saying remain positive as well. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this. It really doesn't. And they're saying look for a sign. So I do feel like, and this message is for Elisa, okay? Elisa Manzini. Your name is very beautiful. You have very beautiful ancestors, and you are very, very guided and protected. Yes, let me make sure I put your name in there. So you're very guided and very protected. So yes, so that's your message. Cheryl, what are they thinking and feeling? My crush Denver. Cheryl. Well, I got the marriage card, Cheryl. And I got this card. So I don't know if he's a little bit prim and proper, I'm hearing. Pristine. Then I got the imprisonment card. So something could be something needs to be unblocked. But then I got marriage. So it's like right in between. I got this, and this. So I feel like something needs to be unblocked to get to this point. Because this is a single man, then it's this, and it's marriage. Because that's the order it came out in. So, Cheryl, to answer your question, I feel like basically they feel like there's some blocks that you need to remove in order to get to that high level connection that you're seeking. And that's pretty much all I was picking up on when I first started, was that there was some blocks. Okay. All right, Cheryl. Okay. Are my ancestors pleased with my offense, or do I need to switch it up? Something. That's June. Ancestors pleased with the offense. I feel like they are. You need to add some herbs, some power to your petition. And then whatever you've planted, I feel they are coming to fruition. So whatever you're petitioning for your ancestors, they're definitely hearing yes. And then we got earth magic. So you definitely need to add some earth, some green herbs, and different things. Look at this tree even. And I'm hearing the word turnip greens. Yeah, same cards here basically. Yeah. Ooh, look at the bottom though. Blessings. So I definitely feel like they are my granny, yes. I definitely feel like they are pleased with your offerings. Oh, thank you so much, Shelley. This is probably going to sound a little strange, June, but milk. A glass of milk. The first thing I was thinking of was Santa Claus. But you can do a milk bath, and I would say use something similar to goat milk. And when I say similar, I shop at a lot of like international markets, farmers markets, and literally where I live, there is an African market, and then it breaks down to Ethiopian, whatever part of Africa you could think of. We have a halal market. We have all kinds because I live in a very diverse community. So I would say try to, if you live in an area like that, that would be perfect. If you don't, try to get goat's milk. I put warm tea, coffee, and beer. Yes. So if you want to go ahead and step that energy up, I would add some milk because that's what I got an image of for you. So tea, water, coffee, beer, and then some milk because those things may be a little on the acidic side, the tea, coffee, and beer. And people are thinking, well, this is the afterworld, the afterlife. How is it too acidic? It is. Sometimes it can happen. Like it's all about balance. And I definitely feel like the milk will balance it out. And you can do a goat milk bath as well. Spirit is also saying trust your instincts because I feel like they are communicating with you. See, instincts. And what you want? What you want? Yep, they're communicating with you. And pretty much power, enlightening. This is Oya as well. Yeah, you do second guess yourself. Oya's energy is assertive, it's firm, it doesn't waver, it doesn't go back and forth, it doesn't second guess, it's cut and dry. And pretty much that's the energy that I told you guys that I act in sometimes from different perspectives. That is because I'm a child of Oya's, but whenever I get this card, the lightning bolt, the power, it is a very cut, precise, dry. It's not a back and forth. It's not should I, could I, would I. It's okay, this is my decision. This is my opinion. I'm going to stand in this and I'm going to keep it moving. That's it. Okay. So if you're second guessing yourself, just stop and do it. Yes. But I definitely feel like you need to add the milk. And that's so funny. I just went back to see, you said, do I need to switch up some things? The milk, for whatever reason, is going to calm down the acidic offerings for the other things. Okay. Thank you, Pinky Lee. Okay, Shelly wants to know. Wait a minute. Am I missing Christy V? Yes, I'm sorry. Okay, Christy V, message from Spirit. Oh, okay. Let's see. What deck do I want to use? I have a deck here. I don't even know the name of it, but it's beautiful and I love it. So I'll use this one for you as well. Yeah, I'll use this deck. Ooh. So you have a male ancestor coming through, Christy. Okay, yes, Christy. And wow, my Ten of Swords cards represents a death, a physical death, and it's in reverse. Very interesting message. Okay. Did someone, do you have a male that has, okay, let's see. He hasn't been elevated, he's showing me. So he's going through the period of being, his energy is very powerful and very, a lot of heat. Could be like a Leo, fire sign. Do you know who this is? I'm good. It just got really hot in here. That window. Open, please. Yes, I locked it. Yes. Camille. Fire energy. Thank you. Oh, that feels amazing. Yeah, you know what? Yes, he has to still be alive because he's showing me the Ten of Swords in reverse. So my Ten of Swords card is for someone that has physically transitioned. So this person I feel is still alive because Ten of Swords was not like this. It was like this. So he's still, and he's an Aries. Okay, so for whatever reason, the spirit world is showing me a lot of energy around him. Um, he's a very powerful person. Spirit is saying there's some kind of legal situation that's saying here justice in the upright, and it doesn't necessarily have to be like a lawsuit or something like that. I feel like this is more of spiritual justice. um and then I have an owl here, wisdom. Certain people in the family, spirit will download messages. Certain people are chosen to receive messages because I'm saying here that he has, I'm hearing the law. And I feel like there are messages that they're giving him. We have the King of Cups here, okay, with that crown. Now, has he had any specific situations around him that have been very unique in nature or something that you feel is kind of different than what you're used to from him energetically? And I'm going to tell you why I'm asking that question. It could just be something like he's moving, relocating, or something different. But I feel a shift around him, a huge shift. He had a lot of victory too. So whatever shifts are happening around him, I definitely feel like he's the person that you can go to, that you can get energy from for the family. I feel, as far as people in the family that get downloads, that get messages, that get certain information from the spirit side, I feel like he is that person. He has recently transformed, starting a local Black Panther group. I was going to ask you if he was an activist because the word activist kept coming to my mind. And the reason that I remember when I said there was a reason that I was going to ask that, I was going to say he's building a fort. See all those people behind that person? It's almost like a pyramid kind of energy. And I kept hearing the law, the law, the law when I was looking at this justice card. So it definitely makes sense if he's building a local Black Panther group. This card right here, this black and white card, also stood out to me, and I was thinking to myself, he's doing something with Black Lives Matter. But what he's doing is profound. It's the Black Panther group. Okay, because I was hearing justice. Okay, and actually we went down near the White House yesterday, and there was a slogan, "No justice, no peace," and it wasn't NO, it was KNO, as if to know something. So to know justice is to know peace. Very interesting, because he is summoning ancestors on the other side who've gone through things, and they're giving him energy, they're giving him light because he's standing up for them. Okay. So he is definitely just keep remembering this card right here. This to me also represents Black's Law Dictionary. Whenever I see this card in this deck, and what Black's Law Dictionary talks about is law in America, the legalities system, and that's something you need to know, especially when you're doing activist work and you're starting something like what he's doing. You have to know the law in order to be protected by it, or in order not to end up on the wrong side of it. And so I definitely applaud what he's doing. I definitely give light to him and his ancestors that are working. He has the Emperor card here, so he has some very heavy ancestor energy protecting him. See that shield right there? And it's interesting because the ancestors are like, no, he's not dead. You got the Ten of Swords in reverse. He's not dead. He is highly favored. Okay. So for you, touching him is like rubbing the log at the Apollo, for lack of a better example. It's like good luck, because he is like the good luck charm I'm showing. Definitely a lot of fire around him, even with the Five of Moths. It speaks of somebody that's fighting, physical fighting. So somebody that's fighting essentially for rights and essentially for a cause. And again, I definitely send him light and energy. And if you give me his name, I'll put him on the Orisha altar for the ancestors to give power and energy, especially Ogun, especially our warriors, Ochosi. He's the forest hunter that goes down and hunts down your enemy or someone that is, fighting against you. And we have Ogun. He's our iron warrior in the Ifa tradition. And we have Shango. He's a soldier. Are you from Nigeria? I have Nigeria blood ties. I am from the United States. My family, I come from a very small family. We definitely were misplaced because we don't know our roots and our heritage. Okay. Yes, to answer your question, I am Nigerian, but American born. Okay. So yes, Shelly. Yes, he's definitely fighting the fight. The ancestors in the spirit world are definitely protecting him. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Thank you, Pinky Lee, because I simply moved past that. Okay, let me write his name down so I can put it on the ancestor altar so we can make sure we light a candle and bless him. All right. He has a very powerful last name too, Chrissy. All right, so let us see. Social justice is desperately needing. Salute to your Uncle Christy. Yes. All right, who is next, you guys? Colloidal silver. Wow. Before anybody, who's next? Pinky Lee. I got totally carried away. Okay, colloidal silver. So when I did a health reading for someone about a week ago, and then a few days ago, and then yesterday, and then the day before that, I discovered that a lot of people have situations that cause for them to explore possibly. Oh, it won't let you scroll back up. Thank you. Okay. That calls for them to need to explore colloidal silver to see what benefits it may have for them. Now, I'm not a doctor. I do have a holistic practice, though, so I am in a position to give information regarding holistic practices and spiritual curios. And again, I'm an Ifa priestess, okay? These things I'm certified in. I'm certified Reiki healer as well. So I can give my 2 cents about this. So I want to make sure that I say this before this live ends, that there is a nanoparticle that exists that cures, heals, removes, or whatever you want to say. I'm not a doctor, so I cannot say that it will do any of those things, but allegedly, and by allegedly meaning I've used it myself and it worked. So allegedly it works. Now, what this colloidal silver does, you feel like grabbing a bottle of colloidal silver for me? The colloidal, what it does is it floods your body with oxygen first. The big one. Is it floods your body with oxygen. It floods your cells, your tissues with oxygen. So let me tell you guys what I've used it for. First of all, let's go back. Silver is a substance in nature that is one of the particles that, if you think about it historically, thank you. People say, you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth. You were born with a silver spoon, meaning a better spoon than another spoon. Okay. People eat off silver. If you look at some silver dishes, vintage, antique dishes, if you go to an estate sale, you can look at the upwards of thousands of dollars for antique tea kettles and serving dishes. I can't think of the name right now, but a set of silver. I wear 9.25 silver. Just getting silver from Tiffany, for example, is like a $400, $500 investment. Okay. So you ask yourself, why is silver so expensive? It's not gold. It's not, platinum or whatever. But silver is very healing. Even wearing silver, it actually gives you a little bit of silver particles to enter into your bloodstream because you're wearing it on your persons, right? I could get scientific and go all into, the periodic table of elements, but I'll save that for later. But what I can say, silver has done for me is everything that it says right here. Boost the immune system. It's a natural antibiotic, proven to kill bacteria and spores. Okay. And allegedly it works for viruses, which there is no cure for the common cold, which is a virus. There is no cure for HIV, which is a virus, HPV, which is a virus. So what I can say for me is that it has cured a urinary tract infection that I had. It cured it in 3 days, and I was on an antibiotic that was wreaking havoc on my body. And I stopped taking the antibiotic. It cured a tooth infection that I had. Okay. It is the only thing that has ever worked for my sinuses. I get very um, bad sinus congestion and head pressure, and especially early in the morning in the springtime. And I started using colloidal silver after I had um, sinus infections and things like that every year. And I was like, I got to do something holistic. And I went to, yes, antibiotics. I do have to be careful. Yeah, even the dental ones. And speaking of dental, I was supposed to get periodontal antibiotics injected in my gums. But when I started using the colloidal silver and swishing it around in my mouth, you can use it in your water pick as well, and just let it sit for a while. It actually cured all of that infection. Okay. What I what I will say about this is I've used several different brands. I don't have a preference in a brand. This is just what I'm currently using. Um, but I would suggest that you guys have this in your medicine cabinet. Um, and you can read the reviews on Amazon. Each bottle that I've ever purchased from Amazon had 700, 800, 1,000 reviews. I first got my first bottle from my holistic doctor when I lived in Georgia. And I went to the doctor, to the dentist, I'm sorry, I had a tooth pull. And they, of course, prescribed me antibiotics. And I just came home and I bought a little bottle from her. It was a spray bottle. And I was just spraying it on there. And I never even took the prescription. I went and got it filled and everything. As a matter of fact, my mouth wasn't sore. I didn't have to take any pain pills or anything. So that's something that I would definitely um, suggest. And if you look online, people have used it. Someone had a cat that had a tumor, and the cat, and mind you, I didn't even read all this stuff years ago. I just bought it from her for my tooth. Before I had my tooth pulled. You guys, someone had a cat that had a tumor. They took pictures of it. And they gave the cat colloidal silver, and the freaking tumor was gone. The vet was like, "Oh, your cat's gonna die," and this, and that. And they had to do chemo, and it was costing them like $200 a month or whatever. Yeah, I can hold up the bottom. Now, mind you, I do not get paid to do this. And yes, Shelly, I was under the impression that the ones in the bottles, in the glass bottles, were better. Being a holistic practitioner, we're always told that, you want to get the tempered glass and, all of that. What I will say with this one, and again, I'm not advocating for a specific brand, but I like this one better, and you get more bang for your buck. And this is not this bottle itself, I don't know what material it is because I looked all of that up, because they put it in a glass bottle if you order the smaller one from this brand. But when you get this size bottle, it's only like $5 more. And it I'm gonna just say it works better to me than the other brands, and all of them were in tempered glass bottles. And I've even gotten some from my local health food store. Okay. Um, yeah. So, you guys can choose though. You can get the one that is in the glass, but take my advice. This brand right here This size right here, or the smaller size, it does come in a glass bottle, has so far been the best. Okay, so far. Um, Now, with that being said, that is, and this one I liked because it was non-GMO, soy-free, gluten-free, vegan-friendly, and I am vegan, so I definitely wanted that one. And this one is a mineral as well, and I have very low sodium levels and potassium levels because I don't get enough iron and I don't get enough salt. Okay. Oh, you couldn't see the brand? I'm so sorry. It is, I'm going to put the brand in the chat and then I'll do it again. NUTRINOCHE. And I don't know how to explain this material for the bottle. It's obviously not glass, but if it is something that, scares you, go ahead and get the smaller size. Listen, it has solved everything for everybody that I've recommended it for. Do your research, you guys, okay? You can put it on topically as well, okay? Topical use, I applied it on my locks, on my hair, my scalp. You can use it for your body. I use it for sunburn when we went to the ocean, to the beach. We went to Ocean City last weekend. I got sunburned really bad. I put it on and couldn't tell. And the brand is NutriNoche. Okay. Yes, they have a gallon size also. And that's why I went with them, because they had the larger sizes. And I swear to you guys, I would not. The opaque white plastic container is the next best option. If sunlight air gets in, it reduces its effectiveness. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, this I normally, and I have all the older ones. I kept the bottles in the pantry in my medicine cabinet because I wanted to compare prices. I'm sorry, not compare prices, compare results. But what I will say is that the other ones, they worked really good, but this one was where I saw my best results as far as using it for my tooth and using it for, just different things. At first, it was just in my medicine cabinet to grab here and there. Okay. So I just wanted to make sure that I said that this was the company that had all the labels that I liked. And I figured, let me just add a couple of dollars and get the bigger size. Hands down, what I would recommend over the other brands that I've tried as well. My daughter had a little kind of tickle and she did that. And I was like, here you go. And it knocked it out. Anything. Did anybody let me know who was next? Yes, Pinky Lee. If you have sinuses, you can even put it in your ear if you have ear infection. This has been my miracle for that tooth infection and that urinary tract infection. And I got the urinary tract infection, of course, from the antibiotic. Okay. Shelly, were you next? Oh, okay. Esmeralda, Shelly, Monica, positive. Esmeralda, did you have a question? Oh, Shelly's next. Okay, wait a minute. Pinky Lee. Okay, Esmeralda, I don't think. Oh, okay. What was your question, Esmeralda? And again, while I'm waiting on Esmeralda's question, then Shelly, again, I say you can use this to help your body when it comes to viruses, allegedly. Okay. Um, all right, Shelly, let me get to you while we give Esmeralda a little bit of time because I have a reading in a little bit that I need to prepare for. Oh, okay, here's Esmeralda. I'm requesting message on work. I'm seeing solid opportunity and still out of work. Advice on getting good positions, focus on remote work to the virus. Okay, Esmeralda. I definitely see a new journey here. Okay, so just what I thought. The magician. That means that you need to work your magic and start manifesting some things. You need to use all the tools. Finances are very tight right now. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Use all the tools that you have. Yeah, you do have if you use all the tools that you have, you do have communication. 8 of Wands is communication coming in. You have communication coming in about something. Yeah, you have to position yourself a little differently. You're going to have to temper yourself, balance yourself. And I do remember that relationship that you ended. Okay. I want you to work on balancing yourself, listening to some meditation, music. Yes, because right now you're definitely off balance emotionally and anxiety. So worrying about things can sometimes make things a little bit more exacerbated, and it can make it harder for you to focus and attract healing and attract what you want and need. I do see you definitely carrying a heavy burden. So what I would say is it's going to go back to that first card, because I see money getting better and improving as you're going to go from the Page of Pentacles, which if you look at that, it's like he has that one little penny and he's trying to find his way on the path, and he's trying to, be very frugal with things, and then things are going to go from that to you having, luxury things, surplus. Okay. When I say work your magic and manifest some things, you may end up going back to a job or somebody from a past employer. You can hear word from them. I don't know if this job will be out of town. I keep thinking about something that's not as local as you would like. Okay. Yeah. And I'm also seeing here, again, it's going back to working your magic. And I definitely want to stress for those of you who were in this same situation, and feeling trapped, definitely look in the neighborhood and your community for resources, because people are starting to band together and help each other and do things for one another. Yeah. So for one, you want to know that you are worthy, that you are, that you deserve what you desire. I'm hearing spirit say. And also I want to make sure that you are working your magic. You're saying your petitions, you're doing the work. Things that you don't have to spend money on. You can do things in your backyard. You can, call on your ancestors, because remember the land that you live on. Remember, I was telling you about that. So it's very magical and powerful. A lot of portal energy there, so you can activate the energy. Okay. Okay, you have work remote to this. My contacts know my situation. Okay. Yeah, maybe you can go on LinkedIn or something like that and connect with some old employers. You've worked remote with other states previously. Okay. Yeah, I do see remote working. I see communication from an old contact or colleague, and I feel like you are going to be successful. Okay. Just keep working your magic. Keep praying. Keep putting it out there. Meditation is yeah, international as well. Okay, meditation is going to be key here too. Okay. And I definitely send you blessings um on your journey with that, because I understand. Okay. And I definitely empathize with you. Okay, you guys. Shelly said that she was plagued by a horrible sinus infection for years. She added a careful amount of hydrogen peroxide to the neti salt rinse, and she's not had a sinus infection in years. I'm wondering if that's the food grade H2O2, because I've used that before and I liked it as well. But I hate the neti pot. I hate the way that felt going in my sinuses like that. It was very weird. Okay, Shelly, I'm trying to go back up to your question. I'm an empath and feel totally out of sorts. What message is spirit sending me? Okay, Shelly. Yeah, the neti pot definitely takes some getting used to. Okay, Esmeralda, that's fine. Shelly, okay. The message that I'm getting here is talking a lot about family, and the people in your family, childhood, um, parents. Okay. And temperance in reverse. Temperance card is about balance. See how she has fruit and veggies and a book on one side, and she has a laptop and cupcakes on the other side. She's trying to find balance. So then when it's in reverse, things are not balanced the way that they need to be. So I definitely feel like, yes, my family and my childhood child. Yes, 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 yes. Definitely a lot of childhood issues that they want you to work through and sort through first, so that things can take off and go to the next level for you. I'm seeing like an explosion, a boom, a shift once you sort through that. Yeah, triumphant once you sort through that. Okay. Yeah, you are already empathic, but you're gonna get more signs from spirit. You're gonna have miracle healing. But what's holding you back right now is stress management from your childhood. Look at these two little kids right here. Okay. Um, I want to say, look, this was the second card. I was working from the bottom of the deck, but this was the second card on the top. It says you're a leader and then has child right there. I want to say that they're saying it's not your fault, but you do have to forgive. And it's not going to come until you get that healing that you need to balance yourself. I'm trying hard not to be angry at family. Look at this. I can't even make it up anymore. Forgiveness. That's what I was trying to skate around because I know what it feels like to have to forgive people who have hurt you and messed you over. Because it's a hard lesson as a human to learn that the onus is on you to forgive somebody. It's the hardest job. Yes, they've wronged you many occasions. Like they have wronged you to the point where rightfully you shouldn't even be in communication with them. The first thing I got was the Empress in reverse. Then I got the Five of Swords, which is a lot of competition, gossip, fighting, all of that. Yeah, I see that you give to them freely. I was just going to say that this is how you give to them. But until you give this to them, it's not the finances that you're going to have to give. It's the justice. You're going to have to, Yeah, it's all coming from childhood. Okay. I need you to get here. You see what I'm saying? I need you to be able to exchange. Yeah. You're going to have to be like Mother Teresa. So when the Bible talks about turning the other cheek, my interpretation of that is not so that somebody else can punish you. It's pretty much so that you can get the healing that you need, so that you can turn around, take what they give you, and learn how to do what you need to do with that energy, which is to heal it. Because as an empath, and then the card said you're a leader, you're the person in the family who was chosen to do the healing. So you carry the heavier load. You get, certain blessings that other people don't get. God has blessed me, and I just want to share his blessing. I'm so sick of being a peacemaker. Well, you got the Empress and the Emperor in reverse. And I'm telling you here right now, you're the person that was chosen in the family to do these things, Yeah, you're the teacher. You're the Hierophant. You're the person that brings a certain light. And it's been that way ever since you were a child, Yep. So you've sown seeds and you're seeing, the fruit of your labor financially. But what I'm talking about is healing. And that's different. Okay. My mother died when I was 24. Yeah, usually when the Empress comes up in reverse for me, that parent has passed away. Or, that parent, you have issues with that parent. So I'm a teacher by profession. Yeah, that's what you choose these professions. We choose our profession. We choose everything based on who we are spiritually and who we come into this world to be. Okay? Exactly, Pinky Lee. No test, no testimony. Period. My dad is still living. You need to learn to forgive yourself as well. Because it's causing you to be imbalanced. You are empathic, but I don't want you to empathically take on negative energy or energy that is not yours. As an empath, we take on a lot of things, but you have to learn to disconnect and you have to learn to heal. I love that, but I'm angry at him. Right. You have to forgive. Okay. And it's hard, I know, but it gets to a point where spirit will break you down and you don't have a choice. Look at this. The weight of the world. Let it go. Boundaries. It's not yours to carry. Period. And like Pinky Lee said, no test, no testimony. You don't get that. See this? On the bottom of the deck, Star Keeper. This is who you came to this planet to be. The cosmic ancestor, seed, the light, by staying grounded. If you're empathic and you're all over the place, you're going to be picking up on all over the place stuff that you don't need. Okay. I need you to make sure that you know that your family is sorry for the things that they've done. See that? If you needed an apology, there it is. Spirit knows exactly what to give you. I'm sorry. You see what that says? Righting past wrongs, uprooting. They are sorry. You know, people are human, and you know, they are not sometimes able to do what you need them to do. And it's not that they're not able to do it for you. They're not able to do it for themselves. So the forgiveness and the healing has to be a personal choice for you to heal yourself, okay? Hopefully that message helps. And look, I shuffled them and I got it again. The weight of the world, okay? And it's saying here, let yourself be seen. You know, you need to come out of that and walk into some new energy because spirit is waiting on you. You know, there's a lot that will block you. I can speak from experience that once you learn to let certain things go, there's a whole nother world waiting for you. Just dance, Pinky Lee. Okay, Monica. Okay. All right, Monica, let's see. Oh, I know why I picked up my phone. Monica, before I get started, I need to charge up my phone. And thank you guys for the cash apps. Okay. All right. I'm going to keep with this deck. So your ancestors are trying to reveal something to you. They're saying look a little deeper. That's what this card is saying right here. So Monica. And then also soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. So something is happening. I feel a huge shift. And then the next card. And y'all, I don't know why. Sometimes I pull from the bottom of the deck. Sometimes I pull from the top of the deck when the ancestors speak. But they'll tell me which one. And this is all coming from the bottom of the deck. And so this is something inside of you that's like, you know, coming out. It says rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. Typically, rock bottom happens before somebody's soul is cracked open, just like this card suggests. And for me, rock bottom can mean different things. It doesn't have to, you know, necessarily be, you know, financially hitting rock bottom, but I feel like emotionally and spiritually, that can definitely be something that happens. but they're telling you to stay grounded and that they love you. Any codependent situations, you need to establish some boundaries. Okay. And they're saying, trust the timing. Time is not running out. So if there's something that you're rushing, you might want to change perspectives on it and come up with a different way of doing things. You have a lot of cosmic awakenings going on. It says new beginnings. Okay. And you have a lot of soul growth going on here, but you have a conflict with it. There could be a lot of karmic relationships stopping you from reaching your destiny and your purpose and your goals. And you guys, I do readings for people all the time that I feel are supposed to be on one path, but they're off path. And until they get in alignment with it, some things are moving targets, you know? So this here says the cosmic heart. Make your life a moving prayer. Okay, so you want to constantly do work, especially if you're in a karmic relationship or you have karmic friendships, family members. You guys, this goes back to you as well, Shelly. Sometimes our family members are our karmic karmic relationships that we've entered into. Okay, and different agreements that we have made when we signed our spiritual contract, and we say, hey, I'll take on this foolish family of people, for a lack of better words, because let's be honest, sometimes the people that hold us back the most, that bring the most drama to us, the people that cause us the most grief, that hurt us, cause us the most pain, physically abuse us, whatever, are our family, our flesh and blood. And that's an agreement that we made prior to incarnating, was to go through that. Okay. So for all of you, the message here today is to pretty much devote yourself and constantly work on improving, and healing your inner child, improving the way that you handle things, the way that you deal with things, not so much as being in control of how other people treat you, what other people do, what other people say. That's something we cannot control, period. Period. I don't care how much spell work you do. I don't care how many spirits you summon. They're going to do what they want to do. Okay. So what you can control and devote yourself to is constantly working on how you respond, how you deal with things, how you take energy in. And sometimes you just have to be the type of person that's like, I forgive my enemies because they know not what they're doing. You have to pray that prayer, because guess what? Your enemies are a part of your test. And like Pinky Lee said, no test, no testimony. Okay. So, Monica, you need to continue to devote yourself to knowing that spirit has a specific time frame for you for the things you're wanting to achieve. That keeps coming up too, is the time frame. And it said here, wait. Okay. It's not time yet. Things are being woven. So things are happening in the background that you can't see, that you're not aware of. Things are happening. Okay. It's like planting a tree. You have a lot of roots that have to grow and, become solid and firm in that foundation first before that tree comes up. Okay. So you're very welcome. Okay. All right. Positive. Can you ask my guides, is it a family member or friend that is going to help me move forward with getting the financial aid for college this fall? Okay. Now, let's see what message the guides have regarding college and financial aid. Okay. Because right now you're feeling stuck and anxious. Oh God, and carrying a heavy burden. Let me just say this. This is causing you way too much stress, okay? Way too much stress. Look at this. We have the hangman. We have 9 of Swords, which is anxiety. And then we have 10 of Wands, which is carrying a heavy load and a heavy burden. I have the Friends card in reverse. So I feel like it would be more so a family member, but I need you to be way less stressed about this because this is a pivotal point in your life. And this is something you need to approach with positive, just like your name, positive energy and a positive perspective. Don't take the joy and the fun out of it by being so stressed out to where you're not even enjoying the experience because this is a heavy burden for you. Don't worry about it. Just know that it's going to all fall in place and it's going to all happen. Um, you're going to get justice, okay? Queen of Pentacles, your money is going to be just fine. All right. So just relax because you're very stressed out regarding this situation. And I feel like you're looking and you're trying to figure out, see, family's in reverse as well. So friends and family are in reverse. But you may end up finding somebody that you collaborate with, I feel, and doing it on your own. Or regardless of how it falls in place, just know you're going to have enough. Okay. Yeah, it's going to all work out because this is way too much stress for you. Okay. So you need to relax yourself, maybe drinking some tea and doing some woosah, listen to some positive music and different information like this because yes, just like Shelly said, it will work out. And right. And sometimes it just happens along the way. You'll meet people. Once you take that step towards in a positive direction towards something good like that, it'll happen. Very, very few people that I meet don't graduate from college because of money. It's always because of other issues like, well, I chose my job, my career, I chose to be a mother, I chose this, I chose that over getting my education. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Let's see, where's my list? And Pinky Lee, I definitely thank you so much for helping me with this list. I love it, love it, love it. Okay. All right, Babyface. Will I receive my back pay in one lump sum? Okay, so let's talk about spiritual messages, guys. These are private message questions that are starting to come through, and that type of energy I'm not drawing in right now. More so, if you need to know about that, I would suggest you guys give a personal message either from me or from someone else that you trust. But let's see what kind of messages Spirit has for you guys as far as what you need to be working on. Now, what I can say, if you're trying to work on some back pay and some messages are coming through from Spirit for you, then you definitely need to go ahead and bust that open as far as lighting your candles and saying your petitions because Spirit guides are definitely able to help you with that. Okay. Are my psychic gifts expanding? I definitely feel that they are. And we all have the ability to open and access that once we do certain things. And like I said earlier, at the beginning of the live, activations are certain things that you can do. When I received my E5 initiation, it activated me and I saw things in a different way I had already been able to see my whole life, but that's because I was activated early on. Okay. So if you're wanting to expand your spiritual gifts, you can do things yourself to activate them. So I have the Two of Cups. The Spirit is definitely giving you an activation. Okay. They're giving you insight. I'm sorry. So you can do several things. There's some emotional things you're going to have to let go of. Yeah, some things you've been trapped by, you're going to have to let go of. And once you do that, look at that. You have an awesome healing ability. You'll be able to draw down universal energy. Okay. Other things you can do Reiki, healing, and things like that. I feel for whatever reason that may be something that I could see you doing. And I also feel like, again, it starts with manifesting. And this goes back to your money as well. Manifesting, you have to do the work spiritually to get what you need. This is also indicating to me some financial blessings on the way. So Spirit is definitely giving you information, but you're being shaken up. You're going through a tower moment. And in tarot, the tower card is the storm, basically, that happens, that causes things to change and uproot in your life. Actually, the storm card, the tower card for me is my mother, my spiritual mother, Oya. The storm, lightning, shaking things up but right before a blessing, you get that storm card. The greatest thing about the storm card is I feel like there's such a fertile ground that happens and takes place afterwards. So just take that advice. Okay. Okay. And then Lily, yes, you can post your question. No, don't get scared when you get a tarot card. It is one of the cards that represents a physical death, but it's paired with other cards. And I know some people see that and they think that. It is definitely not that situation. Um, it is definitely not that situation that is going on here. This is a an awakening, a great awakening. I need to charge my phone. Yeah, something definitely told you right. You are going through a tower moment right now. Like I said, the great thing about a tower moment is on the other side of it, there's positive change. Think about a woman that's having a baby. She's going through a tower moment, and then on the other side of that, she has her baby, which is a positive, great gift from God, that occurs on the other side of that. Let's see which ancestor I'm picking up for you, Lily. Let me pick up a different deck. Okay, let's see. All right, let's see. Okay, so you do have a message, and all right, you have a lot of messages actually. All right, so let me start here. I feel like there are a couple of young men, and they are. Oh, okay. Let me put the Cash App name here. I feel like you have a couple of young men in their 20s, maybe. Let me know if you're familiar with these young men that have passed away, Lily. need to charge up my phone too. Did you message me? I dreamed a young man came into my dream so many times. I just need the charger. I don't have one. This for my laptop. All right. I'm charging up my phone. Okay. So I don't know who he is. So he has a message for you. Basically he's talking about, thank you so much. I need to charge up my phone, guys. Give me 1 second. Okay. So I definitely feel like he has a message for you regarding the way you're doing things. You have some soul lessons, kind of going through an earth school. Okay. Like, like he's showing me that you're going through an activation, like earth is the school for souls, basically. And you need to spend some time outside in nature. I got both of these cards showing me that. You need to spend some time outside in nature. That's going to elevate you. That little child giving you the charge is so humble and obedient. Yes, thank you. I don't do disrespectful kids. We just had this conversation a few days ago, me and some friends. Okay, so yes, so he's definitely showing me that you're being activated. And this is something else that he's trying to give you. He's trying to show you some things about healing yourself and your energy. You're just going to have to make that choice to move forward and act on it. You're also protected by this particular energy. This is one of your spirit guides. He's saying, first card I got out was this one. Yeah, he's your spirit guide and he's protecting you, okay? But there's some energy you're going to have to be open to in order to receive healing, okay? He is from a past life if you don't remember him in this life. Yeah, you're going to have to choose healing and take control as the Queen of Wands. Make a choice to heal yourself. Inner child again came up. A lot of healing needs to take place. Okay. Star card is healing. Yeah. And you have a choice. Like I keep seeing your back turned to something. Something that you're needing to choose. And when you make the right choice, then you're going to get a lot of new energy coming in. Like what he has in his hand. I feel like he's trying to give you that newness, but you have to open up to it. Only you know exactly what's going on in your life. And since this isn't a personal reading, I really can't say. But what I will say is to just be more open to the healing. Okay. All righty. All right. And then Shalon or Shalon. Problem with childhood. Yeah, a lot of people do. And that's what I was getting from this. Okay. All right. And I'm going to make the answers a little bit quicker so I can clean this energy in this room and get prepared for my reading. Current situation with your mom. Well, like I said, I'm doing one card, strength. So be strong, okay? Just be strong in it. I don't know if your mom has very sharp words that she's speaking, or if you need to be more assertive and speak. High priestess, take the power back and keep it moving, because it's a lot of all of these are major arcanas except for the Queen of Swords, but you got the Wheel of Fortune too. So yeah, so this is a lesson you need to learn on perspective. Okay. All right, and then Luza. And make sure you guys are thumbs up in the video so that I can keep the channel going. Oh no, I'm not forgetting my appointment. My reading isn't until 2 p.m., but I like to get my energy clean and get everything set up before then, because this one is an ancestor reading, and those are priced a little higher and they're very in depth. So Trisha, so yeah, I got it coming at 2 and it's 12 now. So thank you, Connor. All right. Lusa, are you still here? All right, who else do we have? Angel. If Lusa isn't here, Angel. All right, Angel. All right. Okay, what would your ancestors want you to know? They have a lot to say because literally the whole deck of cards almost flipped out. Okay. They want you to end a cycle. See that? That's a circle. It's like a cycle. And they have those swords, something that I feel that keeps repeating, Angel. They want you to end a cycle. And it could be something that you've been juggling, balancing, and trying to, to navigate through and to, make exceptions, I keep hearing. But they want you to end that and bring balance for yourself by ending that. And we have the Knight of Wands, which is a person that's typically kind of in and out, flighty. And you feel very trapped by it, stuck in it. It could be some arguments and stuff like that around you, but they're giving me a sense of newness and renewal. And once you go through that sense of renewal, you'll get sunshine. Okay. All right. Yep. So they want you to move forward in a different capacity. Because you got the Nine of Pentacles, which is an independent person, and you have the Four of Cups right here. So you're disappointed by some things, not wanting to accept some things. So you need to move away from something. Get rid of a Leo. Yeah. And that's also the Knight of Wands. Wands is a fiery person. But with him coming up as the Knight of Wands versus the King of Wands, then that's letting me know he's very flighty and unstable for your energy. Okay. All right. And then we're going to go into the next one. All right. Hopefully that helped you. Thank you, Pinky Lee. Tia. And you're very welcome. Okay, and what is your question for spirit? Are they okay? I'm getting some high major arcana, major cards. The Wheel of Fortune and the High Priestess are considered major arcana. And then we have the King of Wands. So I do feel like, yes, I feel like there's they are okay. I feel like they're being elevated. Yeah. So they're going through a learning process and they're receiving a lot of messages and downloads, a lot of growth. They're learning how to do things on the other side. 2017 and I don't know what the other year, 2017. Yes. They're both learning balance. Okay. I feel like they're having your mother is definitely connecting with some other ancestors. Yes. We got the Lover's card here. They're both working to help heal you. Okay. And we have a Tower card here as well, which is letting me know that they are having moments where they're both going through a great awakening. And we have the moon on one side, the sun on the other side. So they're coming into some energy that they are not sure how to heal from. Yeah, and for your mother, she's definitely looking back, thinking about you, trying to send messages to you. I'm assuming that your boyfriend, I don't get an older vibe from him. I feel like he's working on it as well, but I feel like your mother is more evolved because she's coming up as the High Priestess. That was the first card that she came up as. I'm hearing difficult for him. Yes, my last name is Moon. She knocked me off the counter the other day. Yeah, I feel like she's coming through, but I feel like he's having a difficult time. I'm hearing difficult. She was a speaker and helped a lot of people. Yep. And she's also doing it on the other side as well. I feel like he's feeling really trapped. So you want to send him a lot of light, okay? And yeah, he got a lot of sevens coming up too. A lot of transformation going on. He needs a lot of light. He has a lot of swords. I don't know how his death was, but I'm hearing difficult. And I don't want to really tap into his energy like that right now, but I'm hearing difficult. Okay. All right. And if you guys and those swords, especially with your mother doing a lot of talking, because I got swords, a lot of swords. So she definitely was a speaker. Okay. All right. Now, I hope you guys all enjoy your messages today and the insight the Spirit had for you guys. I send you all blessings, love, and peace. If anyone would like to donate to give back to Spirit, I will leave my cash app below. It is always good to sow seeds spiritually, so that you can give those blessings back. They go to my ancestor altar, which also gives energy to you guys as ancestors as well. So that's the Cash App. And then I have PayPal. I don't like the other options like Zelle, because it's just been too hard to navigate the app. And I've had several people to pay on there, but I took it off my phone. So these are my two methods of payments. And I'll leave those here. All right. And Harmony, I'm so sorry. I'm not doing personal questions like that. I know some readers do go online and answer those for you. I'm just pulling away from those right now with the saving my jobs and stuff like that. We're doing what Messages Spirit has on this particular live. I will do a one question reading. I'm going to put that on my live if you guys want. And I'll do that for $4.44. Just to get the energy going, if you would like. My website is conjurepriestess.com, and you can do the 444 for the question about your job. But we're going to go ahead and keep it moving. This was really just a message from Spirit today, okay? All right. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm going to go ahead and get this energy going for my clients. And yes, the one question readings, yes, because my readings are very deep and detailed and intense. So we're going to start with just one question for those of you who need it. And you guys know how to get in touch with me, gypsylandtarot@gmail, conjurepriestess.com. I'm about to put the baths up for you guys, and I'll go to the post office tomorrow. So any baths ordered today will be shipped out. Peace and namaste. Love you all. Have a great day.